What would it mean to your coaching business if you could bring in 25 strategic partnerships in, let's say, the next 30 to 40 days by following a systemized, proven plan? If you're interested in this, then please join us for today's video. Without further ado, let's get started. Hello, it's Paul PG Mac McKeown here. Hi there, my name is Paul, and I'd like to welcome you back to the second video in this series. The first video, yesterday's video, what we talked about was how to get your first 10 clients online. Now, perhaps there you've already started your coaching business. Perhaps you're well used to getting them in terms of networking events, referrals, word of mouths, etc. But then, as we keep saying, man cannot live by word of mouth referral alone. Okay, and it's a good idea to always have another strategy in your back pocket, or perhaps another 3 strategies. In tomorrow's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you through online advertising and organic posting and also paid posting. You can then talk about now getting your next 100 to 110 customers. So please join us for that video. But anyway, for today's video, what we're going to do is that we're going to show you how to build strategic partnerships. Okay, now this is how I actually built my business all those years ago. Now, when you manage to get your first 10 clients online, just like what we explained in yesterday's video, please, if you want to go back and check that out, I'll post a link up here now at the moment. Okay, now let's talk about how to get your first 25 clients through online through strategic partnerships. Now, I've just been off the phone to a strategic partner of ours, and his name is Mark Lader. And they're my strategic partner. The person then that really helps me to kickstart all of this is Mordecai. And Mordecai has been talking with Mark, his lovely wife, Ellen, and the members of his team, for example, JD, and since early November, I believe, last year. And now Mark only deals with strategic partnerships for coaches. That's all that man does, yeah? And he has acquired more than 17,000, you heard me right, more than 17,000 leads on his LinkedIn profile. Now, this contains hundreds, if not even thousands, of A-star premium clients, and some of whom we've had the pleasure of inviting into our weekly Wednesday webinar workshops. Fantastic people. These people are like ahead of their game. They're really up there with the A players, and they come in as like a warm referral from Mark and from JD, etc. Now, Mark has built an empire. He's built his empire, the coach partnering empire, around these A-star premium clients. Now, just late last night, I suppose early in the day in US time, but late last night in European time, we launched Mark's online debut into the wonderful, wacky world of these digital marketing, these semi-automated funnels. Yeah, where we use video, strategic video at the heart, and AI, of course. Now, up to now, you see, Mark has just been building his business, his incredible business, through these newsletters. Now, Mark and his team managed to grow to such a scale that if there was the slightest technical blip, let's call it a blip, Mark would get hundreds of requests, like let's say 200, 300, 400 requests in his email inbox asking what was going wrong. These lovely people, these lovely coaches, these ambitious, fast-paced entrepreneurial coaches from Australia, from the United Kingdom, from North America, from all over the place, were pinging him on the email and asking, hey, Mark, is there a problem? I've been checking my email inbox. I've been checking my spam folder, and it's not there. Your newsletter is not there. Is there something wrong? Can you imagine? That is absolutely amazingly incredible. High praise indeed. And a very, very big pat on the back to Mark and to Ellen and to JD and to all of the team over there. So you see, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to talk to you about this through a story, through the power of storytelling, as we always do here in iCandor, and about how to pick up your next 25 customers. And you see, with Mark's first strategic partnerships, with his people there that he talks about with such glowing praise, like Nettie, they're from Budapest, from Howard, from Anthony, from Simon, and all of those incredible people that he talks about with such high praise and respect. He managed to pick up, let's say, his first 20 clients, and these people are more like his friends now. They're his family. They're part of his extended family. Now, when I first started in business, all of those years ago, I was trying to get a strategic partnership. Now, remember, I came to Poland in the year 2001, one day after that terrible atrocity of 9/11, one day later. Now, number one, you see, you have to have some sort of valuable free gift that you can give to your ideal targeted prospect. Now, with Mark, it's been his newsletter. It's been his newsletter for a long, long time. Yeah. And with me, there you see, it was my ability to speak English, my ability to converse in English fluently, which was a skill that was, let's say, not very prevalent in the year 2001. This was before Poland joined the European Union, etc. And to combine that with marketing skills was a truly great achievement. Nowadays, in Poland, in Germany, etc., English isn't even regarded as a second language. It's regarded as essential. And, you know, you could throw a stone across into any marketing department anywhere across Europe, and you will meet a wide range of people with a wide range of skills. And of course, all of them will speak English fluently, perfectly, much better than myself. Yeah. Now, you see, what we did, though, with Mark to entice Mark in, and his incredibly strong presence on LinkedIn and on his email and his email newsletters, was we helped him there because he he was then the UK's first ever licensed business coach. You know, this is a person there that has promoted Tony Robbins, that has promoted Jim Rohn. They're the great Jim Rohn. There that has worked there with many names. You know, we could name drop probably, but this would be a very, very long video. This is an incredible man with an incredible presence. And if you see his testimonials, you know, they don't just stop like one page. They sort of go on and on and on. And they are all glowing. They are all fantastic. They are all like, wow, this man is incredible. This man really, really knows his stuff. Now, how did we do this? Now, whenever we think back to the beginning of iCandor and the first series of the webinars there that we had, we invited this wonderful man along. He compared me to, you know, that guy Mike in Breaking Bad. So he compared me to that man. I think his name is Ermin Trow, isn't it, in real life? Very, very good actor, by the way. I really loved him in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's the one that plays the, let's say, the henchman. Yeah. And always remember Cliff telling me that. Now, Cliff is still out there and he's still going strong with his really super specific, super niche or niche focused group. And he's talking to them all about this deers, rabbits, elephants. And if you want to check that out, check out our IC webinar interviews from August 2021 and have a look at these incredible insights from a truly incredible, like I doff my cap to him. I take off my cap to him. This man is absolutely incredible, a genius, a marketing genius. Now, he's one of the first people, you see, there that I really got to listen to the power of storytelling from. This was the first story, like realistically, I heard it several months there before we invited him onto the podcast, before we were lucky enough to get him onto the podcast, to get him onto the webinar. And this man would go out and tell, and I listened to that story from beginning to end from beginning to end, several times. And I thought to myself, this is absolutely amazing. Yeah. And then I thought myself, was so lucky to be able to invite him on to my webinar. Now, he's one of the first guys there, but it's all because, you see, he was so gifted. He was so enigmatic. He was so empathic. He was so authoritative in, you know, what he was going to do, what he wasn't going to do with the customers. And he wasn't going to take any prisoners. He was there to help those who really wanted help. They were prepared to pay his high fee. And he was not prepared to deal with anybody lower down the line. Whenever he said, look, hey, I've got some spots, you have to jump. If you did not jump, or if you didn't jump high enough, then basically it would be a case of you were not let into his elite little groups. And it's the same then with Mark, you see, because Mark, people have invited him onto the stage because he is an incredible asset to have on your stage. To have on your stage, let's say stage like that. So it could mean podcast, webinar, blog. It could mean an interview on Zoom. It could mean whatever, a recorded interview on Zoom, of course. So you see, you might have something like this where maybe you're an excellent marketer, maybe you're a great speaker, maybe you're a fantastic storyteller. You know, people always say that the Irish have got this thing called the gift of the gab from our Blarney Castle way down there in County Cork in the southwest of Ireland. And or maybe you're great at AI. You know, like I see some of the things that Mordecai puts out on AI, and they're fantastic. Maybe you're fantastic at health. Maybe you're a fitness coach helping the people to lose that last 10 pounds of that stubborn belly fat, you know, the bits and pieces there from those love handles that just will not disappear no matter what you do. And maybe you're a great real estate person there like Patty, or maybe you're a great financial empowerment coach there like Prudence. But whatever your niche or niche is, all you have to do is you have to harness up this really good talent that will be in demand, and people will just want to put you out there in front of their audience. Why not? You know, it can be a reciprocal thing. Now, I didn't have that out of the gates. You know, whenever I started off there, back there, what, 22 years ago, more than 22 years ago. No, almost 22 years ago. And you see, I didn't have that, where I was so gifted that people would just want to put me in front of their audience. You know, I had Parkinson's, I had Tourette's. I just thought to myself, no, it's not going to work. But you see, everybody out there on this planet has some type of skill set where you can add value to it. Yeah. Now, you see, the way I see it is that you're either really gifted, or you can have some type of skill set where you can definitely add value to people. Yeah. But you've got to go out there and you've got to look for that skill set, and you've got to be able to sell it to other people to be able to potentially get in front of their audience. Now, whether it's a podcast, like an incredibly powerful podcasting platform like Josh Tapp has, or whether it's a webinar series there like Jeff and Cliff and Russell and all of that have, or whether it's a stage, like an actual physical stage, again, like Jeff, Professor Christian, there, Tanya, Hank, etc. use. So you see, this is how I look at strategic partnerships. It has to all be about the reciprocity. Is there some sort of reciprocal agreement that you could come to? Now, the other way for a strategic partnership is, I was talking there, when was it? Yesterday, there to Susanna. Now, Susanna is a highly accomplished young stem cell research coach, incredible lady. And I was saying to her, like, very honestly, it's absolutely amazing. It's mind-blowing how you managed to get so successfully in front of these associations. And it's all about her ability. Yeah. And she just went to the heads of the top, of the creme de la creme of these dental associations, these dental technicians, these dental clinicians associations. Now, you see, if you're in the medical space, and there you could do the same if you're in the financial space, if you're in the financial college for budgeting for college life and beyond space, then all you're trying to do is you're trying to get in front of the big people, the biggest people in that area. Like that's what I did there way back in 2001. I went out to the leading, the best, the biggest design agencies in the cities of Southampton, in the south of England, very close to where JD lives. I went to them in London. I went to them in Plymouth. I even had to work out. I went to them in Portsmouth. I was trying to go to them in Portsmouth, and I applied to Plymouth. And then I found out that the two cities were, let's say, a little bit further apart. One is in the very, very southwest of England, very close to where Nettie and Beautiful are, and where Kath and Roz and Rohini are in Launceston, about 19.2 miles away, believe it or not. Yeah. And it's incredible. Now, if you're in the real estate space, like Kath and Agnieszka and some of these other people and Patty, then what you can do is you can just go to that association. And if you've got one of these lead magnets there that can be generated through the amazing power of AI, artificial intelligence, then you can do something truly incredible. Like, for example, the lady there that we were dealing with 2 days ago, Prudence, has got a product there of valued at $1,950 upwards. Okay, so the minimum product is $1,950, $1,950, and then it goes upwards for these budgeting for college products. And in the process, of course, saving our clients thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars throughout that college experience. It can be a very, very expensive, but a very lucrative business. Okay. She created this program, and it's her IP, in other words, her intellectual property. Now, she's going to go out now to the heads of these associations, for example, the high schools, the colleges themselves, and then to promote this product. Just the same as like what one of our other clients, Russian Smirnov, he's not Russian, but his name is Russian, and his surname is Smirnov, like the vodka brand. It's a popular name over in that part of the world. He comes from the Ukraine, and offer it to these people, and then you see they will in turn promote her and promote her IP. In other words, this budgeting for college life and beyond. And then she, in turn, will strike up some sort of deal where they will get a certain percentage of the deal. Now, sometimes you see, if they're not willing to give a percentage of the deal, they might be still willing to promote you. There are different ways and roundabouts that you can go around this. So instead of offering perhaps 15% of the revenue when you sell a product, you might have to give them a little bit more. You might have to give them a little bit less. Maybe the deal is structured a bit differently. You might have to give them your list. You might say even there, for example, maybe we could swap lists. You know, they might have a list of all of these parents then who are looking to enroll their child, their pre-college teen into Stanford, into Harvard, into different places like that. And then you might be able to say, well, look, there we can come to some sort of a deal. There are lots and lots of different ways that you can structure this deal. Okay. And then maybe there's something then that you can swap. Like, for example, with Kath, there she's got a highly, incredibly warm, nurtured list. Yeah. And I repeat those words for a due reason. There, it's incredible, the list that she produced. And she even broke Kartra. Yeah, I love that. I loved whenever Evan came back there. Wow, what a glowing testimonial. You managed to break Kartra. Yeah, in terms of the bandwidth, etc. Absolutely incredible. So really powerful lady with a powerful message. Kath is a menopause wellness coach. Yeah. So if you can imagine then, you see, if you've got this warm, now I'm not talking about making it as warm as Kath, but even if you get it there to, let's say, to a lukewarm stage. And then, for example, if you're talking like, let's say, for example, for Miss Prudence, there she is about, 2,000 people, close to 2,000 people on her email list. And then I said, like, once you start getting your message out to a larger audience, and once you start to expand that audience through the power of LinkedIn and LinkedIn Sales Navigator, remember, free for 30 days, go out there, throttle it. Make friends with those organizations, just like what Catherine did. with her early years programs, for example, into the African states, into the United Arab Emirates states like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Oman, etc., Israel, and then over to the Asia, like to China, to Japan, and to India, and to those places. Absolutely incredible. And then you see there, but even if you work on the laws of 1%, that's 20 people. Now, if you're doing this nurturing business on a daily basis, as what we will set up for you in the iCandor program, we give you like there are 100 days to get you kick-started. So you can imagine there that if you've got a list of 2,000 people, 1% of that is 20 people. But remember, you're nurturing them on a daily basis. Now, of course, some people will unsubscribe. Like if you're lucky, like Kath was incredibly lucky. She had 2 very polite, extremely polite unsubscribes. But then for the rest of us, then we can expect a certain higher rate of attrition. But then remember that is being fueled by more people coming in from LinkedIn, more people coming in from Instagram, more people coming in from Facebook. Yeah. But then you see at this point, you're really in the strategic partner game. Because what you're doing is you're trying to forge alliances with the heads of these associations. Now, where do you find these heads of associations? You find them in the same place that Susanna did, the same place that Catherine did, the same place there that all of these incredible people did, through LinkedIn Sales Navigator, free for 30 days, free for 30 days. And you know what we did? I remember like with Catherine, Iona, Sarah, etc. Congratulations on your baby, by the way, Sarah. I heard the good news. But then this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. You're trying to get in front of those people. So you go out there, use the power of LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and then connect to those people via our uber-friendly, our extremely friendly iCandor connecting message. And then from that, then you're just simply asking them based on a permission script. Remember the 4 phases of the permission-based script. If you haven't seen that, go into the content training portal, the iCandor content training portal, and it will go through this in much, much more detail. Okay. Or you can go out there to the stages or even the virtual stages, for example, like the retreats, the masterminds. Yeah. Like Nate Wild there, who offers these luxury bespoke retreats, Josh Tapp and his incredible podcasting presence. There, you've got Evan Money with his 2, not 1, but 2 Marriage of Greatness programs. By the way, Evan, I'm very, very, thank you very much for letting me know that you received the little gift. And thank you for your gift. That was incredibly generous. Thank you very much. And there, Evan met with my family last night, yesterday evening, LA time. And then that was that story for another time. Yeah, but very grateful. Thank you, Evan. If you have an audience, now remember, if you've got an audience, doesn't matter if it's a webinar, podcast, blog, stage, real stage, whatever. And then you go, hey, I have a stage, podcast, webinar, whatever it is. You have a stage, let's swap. Maybe if you don't have a big list, but you've got a podcast and you've got all of this incredible audio content or video content, remember, video can make a dramatic difference, just like these ones. You can go to somebody else and then you can go, hey, I have a webinar. You have a podcast. Let me be on yours. You'll be on ours. Yeah. And then you start building a podcasting audience and they start building a webinar audience. Maybe you've got a VSL audience and they've got a video audience. You can swap. Like, for example, what Tim Mason is doing, one of our iCandor clients. So there are ways, you see, there are lots of ways to build these strategic partnerships. And when you do these, then you get up in front of the audience and then you make your offer. You sell from stage, but you provide value, sell from stage, and then you do the big reveal. So you keep the people in anticipation as you build up towards your crescendo. And then as you build up towards your crescendo, you deliver your offer. Yeah. And you see, you can make an offer there to a product like, for example, Prudence there with her $1,950 or $1,950 products there with people there like Evan, who's probably going to soon have the world's first $1 million program, $1 million retreat. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. And all the time, you see, you're showering these people with incredible value, the law of reciprocity. Yeah. But either way, you see, even if you're going to do this with a lower tiered product, like, for example, a $7 product or a $37 or an $87 product or a $597 product, if the strategic partners are in it to make money, then they might want a higher dollar value, like, for example, the $597 or the $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 product. And if you're going to do that, then you see, you're still going to get them to buy the product. And then you're going to get people to book a coaching session, with you. So, you're telling them from the stage, hey, come along. This is my calendar link. Please book it there while there are still spots available. Otherwise, you're going to go onto the waiting list. And regardless, then what you're going to do is then you're going to follow up, relentlessly follow up with those people until they make a decision then to talk with you. And then, as Mark says, then it's always about the ABC. Always be connecting. Never be closing, but always be connecting with these people. Always be laying it open. And then laying open that if they don't want to become a client, then perhaps they might get benefit from becoming a partner, a strategic partner. Okay? And this is what I would say. You see, because if you're doing this, if you're doing all of what I've suggested in this video, then you're still going to get them to buy the product. And then you're going to get people to book this coaching session. And that's when you get them to book your one-on-one coaching session with you, the coach. And then it's going to lead to bigger upsells. These upsells might be a $5,000 coaching product. It might be a $10,000 coaching product. But it doesn't really matter, because you see, you can really monetize these strategic partnerships. And not just sell a one-off $200 product or a $500 product, or worse even still, trading your time for dollars, no matter what your hourly dollar rate is. That's never good. That's never good. And it's always a recipe for failure, because what happens whenever that project work comes to an end? Think about it. Yeah. So it's better to niche focus down, and then to have this program, to have this semi-automated program then to fall back on, like what we're teaching, what we're coaching you to do inside this iCandor 8-step complete add to sale program. Yeah. And it's like, hey, the way that we normally position it is, hey, now that you're a valued member of our iCandor community, always get them to join your community. If it's stem cell research, get them into your community. Get the dentists in, get the patients that were a pleasure to deal with, the people who didn't put it in their home freezer and let it defrost. That was a sad story. But the people that have done this professionally, the people that have adhered to your standard operating procedures, the people that are a delight to deal with, the people, it's almost like it's not business at all. It's like something that you love doing, and they're doing it exactly the way that you prescribe to them. Okay? Because remember, you're all about attracting them, diagnosing them, and prescribing them to your solution. Okay? And then you get on the phone, then you upsell them to the higher tier, to your higher tier product. Always have a higher tier product. And just whenever you think that you can't have a higher tier product, make another one. Always have one in advance, just a bit like chess. Yeah, always be planning there your next 2 moves, okay? If not your next 3 moves. And that's how you can get to your next 25 clients, by going after these associations, by swapping email lists, by getting booked on podcasts, webinars. Maybe somebody invites you to write a chapter in their book, like what happened to us. Then it can have incredible ramifications. Maybe there you promote content, or you publish content to somebody like, for example, Mark Lader and his newsletter. Maybe you do it there there are some of the medical associations. Maybe you're going out there to people like Patty, a realtor coach, and then you're trying to showcase her, how it could be even easier for these people with their WeWork type virtual spaces and real spaces as well, real physical spaces. Now, you see, this is how I went about doing this in all of these multiple channels. And it really, really is so powerful. And then, pretty soon you can have your diary like booked. Like if I look at how booked their Mordecai's diary is, it's absolutely incredible, because he's doing these things there. He's going out there and he's forging these partnerships, these strategic partnerships, with his incredible intellect and his incredible manner there, where he's like really focused on them. He's really focused on you. And, you know, he's really out there and he's really publicizing, prophesizing, if you want, the win-win relationship. Okay. And it becomes truly powerful. So remember, the next video that we're going to do in this series, make sure that you've checked out the last video. Yesterday's video was all about how to build your first 10 clients online. Then after you've checked out this video, then tomorrow we'll be dropping the video all about the Facebook paid advertising and then the organic advertising. Great way of, let's say, getting about 100 to 110 clients really, really, really easily. Yeah, I was just practicing it last night, and it still works incredibly well. I spent a little bit of time on it last night into the early hour of the morning, and incredible results, incredible people out there on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, even on TikTok. Okay, so wherever it is, wherever your target avatar is hanging out, then what we want to be doing is we want to be drawing them in. If not a client, maybe a strategic partner. If not a strategic partner, then maybe an advertising partner. Okay, lots and lots of different ways to do this. So I hope that you liked this video. Please remember, put in the comments below whatever you would like to see us talking about next in the videos. Okay, so I hope you liked this video, and I look forward to seeing you again next time very, very, very soon. It's me, PG Mac, saying peace out. Bye for now. Look forward to the next video. Bye. And you see, to join us, all you have to do is come along to, you type in roadmap.icandor.net, and you'll see a page that looks something similar to that. You'll see the PDF image on the left-hand side. You'll see the text on the right-hand side. Click on the download button. You see that purple download button that says download your free PDF guide here. And then once you do that, once you click that download button, you'll see the opt-in form. Put in your name, put in your email address, click those two conditions there at the bottom, and then the button will highlight up, that pink button, and press that pink download button. And then all you have to do is wait for a few minutes for the email to be received. And during that time, what we're going to do is present you with a very, very special offer where you can come along and join us for our free training sessions. Yes, they're free. And we host them every single Wednesday during 2023. So I want you to come along, and I want you to attend these training sessions there if you are the type of person who is prepared to take action. We don't want any time wasters. We don't want any tire kickers. We don't want people there who are afraid to turn on their cameras or whatever. We don't want people who are going to come along and disrupt our mastermind sessions. These are like informal mastermind sessions. We want people who are prepared to come along and to take action and to implement these digital marketing strategies, these key digital marketing strategies. And if you're that type of person, all you have to do is come along and type in roadmap.icandor.net, download the roadmap, fill it in, submit the results to us, and then what we will see is if you're the type of person there who will truly take action to make their digital marketing strategies to work for their coaching business, then you're the type of person there that we want inside our groups. Okay. And we will give you there, we will give you the exact copy, the exact templates, the exact scripts, the exact worksheets there that we use ourselves in our own business. So we're going to give you the same to you. Okay. And so come and join us. Remember, all you have to do is download the roadmap and you have to take action. Yes. Then click on roadmap.icandor.net and the system will take care of the rest. And we look forward to seeing you on the other side. All the best for now. It's me, PG Mac, saying peace out. Bye for now. See you on the other side.